Alright, everybody wants to go through life with no hassle, no drama, no problems. But the true fact of that, life happens. Things do come along that you don't plan for. So that should be the importance of having an emergency fund, is being prepared for when these issues do come to you. And that's the true fact, that everybody don't want the hassle, but 90-something+% of the people don't even have the emergency fund set up when it does. So that's what we want to do today, is go through what an emergency fund is and all. So let's get you ready for them emergencies. Come on, let's go. Alright, before we can even make an emergency fund, we first need to understand what it is and what it does. An emergency fund is money you set aside, purposely for emergencies only. This is not your extra savings account. This money you do not mess with until an emergency comes. And what an emergency fund does is it's there for you when you lose your job, your car repairs, medical expenses, home repairs, stuff that's, not goofy stuff. So with that being said, we're going to do like Dave Ramsey teaches and start off with a baby emergency fund. And this is just the beginning one, is $1,000. As I've said in the budgeting video, you want to squeeze it as much as you can to come up with $1,000. And this is just a safety net until you get out of debt, which we'll work on getting out of debt, because you never know when emergencies are going to happen. So with that $1,000, and then you get out of debt, you want to build up an emergency fund up to 3 to 6 months of whatever your expenses are in your budget. You want to build up to 3 to 6 months of it for a full emergency fund. But we'll do that over time. Don't rush. Don't get confused. Right now, we want to start with a $1,000 emergency fund, baby safety net. And the way you want to do that is budget, squeeze it down as far as you can, and save till you get to $1,000, however long it takes you. I can't explain how hard do you want to do it, but it is very important that you do. Anything can happen, and how can you get ahead if you're always falling back? And another thing you want to do is, something does come up and you do take money out of the emergency fund, an emergency, you want to put it back as quick as possible, because emergencies come. There's not just one, they come, and they come in groups. So just always remember to put the money back to a full $1,000. And what we need to do now is start distinguishing what is an emergency and what ain't an emergency. So that new motorcycle, video games on sale, not an emergency. Deductibles for an accident or car repairs, however, is an emergency. They pop up and you need to take care of them quickly. Shoe sales, a night on the town, not an emergency. A sick child or a loss of a job, that's an emergency. Now that we've distinguished what is an emergency and what's not an emergency, it's easier to see where we're going with this. To only touch the emergency fund when it is an emergency. Break that glass only in case of an emergency. The rest you save for. Take it out of your entertainment or something, but leave the emergency fund alone. Use it only for emergencies. And we can do this through the budget. Is you want to squeeze as much as you can to come up with $1,000. And I've always said in the budget video and in this one, in that time you're not going to have a lot of money, because it's going to take a minute to come up with $1,000. So read books. Watch YouTube videos. This is the perfect time to start coming up with a side hustle, because a side hustle in the long run will put extra money in your pocket. And reading books teach you all the stuff that you can learn to better yourself through this whole process. Be financial, motivational, inspirational, just watch videos and stuff and read books to better your life. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm doing the next video. And share it with a friend. Like I've always said, you're not gonna get all the money, so share the knowledge with a friend so that they can get it too. And with that being said, as always, I'd like to tell you thank you and tell you you need to move on or move over, because here I come. See you in the next video.